So I remember back when I was in college, and even right after, I used to go to gyms, and basketball. I was a much better football player, but I love basketball. It was my favorite sport, and so when I used to get a chance to play, I would always wear. If it was my first time to a new location, I would put on my football shirt, right? My football T-shirt, so they knew I was a football player. And true to form, when it's time to pick teams, nobody wants to pick you up, right? Because they like, oh, you the football guy, man. You can move laterally, but you don't know how to play in the air, right? And this is a different type of game, man. And so, on purpose. So they would underestimate me. And then, once you played, they found out that you wasn't so bad. And then from then on out, everybody knew the reputation. And so there was never another time when you could play that game, right? So, but it was always unique, right? Because you would hear these types of things, Coach. So there would be two questions that they would ask, right? They would ask two questions. The first question would be, do you hoop? Right, very simple. Do you hoop? Right, that is a general qualifying question. Right, do you hoop? That's a yes or no. Cool. The next question that you might hear is, yeah, but can you play? Right now, as much of a simple kind of question as that is, there's a lot packed into that statement, right? Can you play? That is a more direct, skill-specific information of not only can you pick up a ball and come out here and be there, but can you play? That means, do you have the ability to hold your own if we get you on the court, right? So some of us and many of us have these places that we're stretching to, right? And you're stretching to, or you have an aspiring goal to get to a certain place in your career or in your life or in your hopes and your dreams, and it's a reach for you, right? And the challenge is, the question is so they're asking you, do you hoop? And so yes, you finally got into the room, but can you play? Can you play in the room that you want to be in? Are you prepared to handle the weight of what changes when finally you're at the executive level? Are you ready for the responsibility and the accountability that comes with being in that room, being at that table? You wanted a seat at the table, you got a seat, but can you play? Can you ball? Can you score? Are you bringing value to the equation, or are you just merely taking up space, air, and ultimately opportunity? Potential means that you haven't done anything yet. Are you full of potential, or are you realizing your potential? There's a difference. If you're full of potential, that means you're full of nothing. Crap, garbage. That means you have zero to go off of. Potential is unrealized talent. I don't want to be potential. Once have you realized the potential that was in you? Have you realized the opportunities that are in you? And when you get into the room, can you play? As simple as that. Do you hoop? And can you play? Once you get in the room, can you play? Remember to love, serve, be kind.